Starting off Act 2, I do playing for time, so I head off to Tom's Diner and, oh god, not you again. Next, I head off to go see Judy and start the automatic love quest line, take a joyride in this cop car, and end up at Clouds. At Clouds, I make my way inside and go do some recording in the bathroom that goes against California law. Give this guy a nice friendly hug, take his VIP token, go see Woodman in his office and turn him into deli meat, and then I go snooping through his emails. Now I head off to go and enjoy a nice relaxing elevator ride. And oh shit, Tyler's back. After having an undesired conversation with my imaginary friend, I then go further improve my mental health by talking to a vending machine, followed by a trip to this thing's office where I have a lovely conversation about carpeting. It would appear this strange definition of the word man has had a heart attack. Unfortunately, he didn't have life insurance, so I gave him a makeshift cremation ceremony. Afterwards, I go downstairs and I find two people overdosing on Xanax, and then I go outside and I buy a snuff film off a suspicious dude I met in an alley, and then go watch it in Judy's van. Now that my mental health is in the toilet, I have the location from which the snuff film was produced. With this information in hand, we head to the location of the filming of said snuff film, and we go and rescue Evelyn. After a successful rescue mission, I take our mentally incapacitated friend back to Judy's place. Judy presents us with some recordings recovered from our traumatized friend, and we learn that the Voodoo Boys are the ones behind the botched heist scheme. So now it's off to the chapel where I meet with a man who hung out with Snoop Dogg for too long, and he wants me to go to the butcher shop. I suspect he's got the munchies. So it's off to the butcher shop. Here I meet with this cock chopper, and he takes me to his office and tries to touch my personal link, but I reject his advances and get sent to the gym. And here's where it went from being as hard as an uncooked pancake to fully cooked and sat out for a month. Navigating through the mall was not easy. In fact, it was harder than the Arnold Schwarzenegger fight with Matilda K. Rose. Now we see who the country music station was named after in San Andreas. Moving on, I stick my personal link in a Fed and then run back to Placide and tell him it wasn't me. Well, it worked for Shaggy. Afterwards, Baguette takes me down to the Voodoo Boys BDSM room, where I'm given an initiation ceremony and switch personalities to Tyler Durden. While in my split personality, I talk to Rogue, and oh shit, she's doing business with the back alley snuff film guy. I come down off my acid trip and tell Baguette where she could shove her baguette, but she doesn't seem to like this, so I place her and her friends in the fryer. After frying my breadstick, I still have one more problem to deal with, placenta. So I deport him to the depths of hell and consult my imaginary friend. After consulting my imaginary friend, I'm off to do Give Me Danger and go survey a meta server facility. After learning about the vulnerabilities in the meta server facility, I then get educated on why the Asians can't drive stereotype exists. After educating myself on racial stereotypes, I stealthily break into the meta server facility and hack a root beer float for the upcoming infiltration operation. After fleeing the meta server facility, I go to Judy's house to put a sleeping person who spilled ketchup all over themselves to bed. Now that I've sung the ketchup-covered person a lullaby, I go to Dogtown because after making the voodoos, I got a call from someone whose name is an anagram of a Japanese soup. And now that you can't unsee that, you're welcome. I then sneak into Dogtown as requested and go escort the president to safety. I said I go escort the president to safety. Damn it, I said I escort the president to safety. Thank you. After getting the nausea president to her luxury hotel, I go to the ball court and get robbed for my only coin, and then I get in a stranger's van because I was promised candy. I then take the stranger that never gave me the candy we agreed on back to the president's maximum security suite because I can totally trust a lying burglar with a van of empty promises. After a hard day of getting robbed by a man with a van full of broken dreams, I take my bike to the bar to unwind, and I'm given a button called Get Off. Thanks for reminding me what my objective was for coming here in the first place. Next, I get in an altercation with the server, then make the admin give me kernel access and use it to talk to a bowl of broth. Oops, I think he's dead. Now I'm off to earn brownie points with hands. Remind me to never say that again. So, I go do prototype in the scrapper. I get to the location, flex my level 1 gats and stats, and take their hostage and make them my own. After rectifying the hostage situation, I go meet with a woman who's off her schizophrenia meds in a car. Paranoid Patty sends me to look for two police officers she seems to have misplaced. I head to the location and kill everyone just to find these two got hungry and decide to eat this guy. I disassociate with the two cannibal cops and head to the next location just to get lacerations from this poorly opened tin can over and over again. After not learning my lesson about sharp objects, I finally get smart and stomp the can so I could turn it in for my 5-cent deposit. Now that I've worked way too hard for a measly pay, I'm off to go meet Mr. Hands in person, just so I could go do some more shit for the candy van man instead.